Hey, Cmax here. Going to talk about dry fire practice. Last video we made snap caps, and what they're for is dry fire practice or releasing the tension off fire and spraying. Basically, they serve the same purpose. Let's talk about dry fire. Why dry fire? It gives you a chance to practice trigger control without expending ammunition. So it's basically free. Any modern firearm can handle dry firing, but without a snap cap. But if you're uncomfortable, we just saw how easy it really is to make a snap cap, homemade one. If you don't have reloading stuff, hopefully you've got a buddy that does. Or if you just start talking to some people, it's pretty easy to make. You know, you can get somebody to make some for you. What I do, this is a Sig Sauer P250, and it's a double action. So for dry fire practice, it's extremely easy. Since it is double action, you just pull the trigger. Now the whole purpose is to practice trigger control while you're at home. So what you want to do is you want to do your correct stance, focus on the front sight, keep it steady, activate the trigger. If you see that front sight move, keep working. Now, typically what I'll do is I've got a target on the wall. I have a target that I shot down at the range, and I put it up. It was good shooting, so I put it up on the wall. So I've got something I can focus at. You know, beyond just your trigger control, you're creating muscle memory. You know, you're working on your grip, your muscle memory, everything. So dry fire practice, if you listen to any of the professional shooters, I mean, that's where it's at. You have to dry fire. It will increase your proficiency at the range tremendously. You'll be surprised. You don't have to worry about the bang. You're concentrating on the fundamentals. When you get to the range, you know, just don't worry about the bang. By the time you drop that trigger, then everything's on its own. It's already too late. You know, you just go right on. But we're going to put in one of the caps that we just made in the last video for the 45 here. And you just, like I say, you just practice. Now, this is a striker, this is a double action, so I can just keep pulling the trigger on that. I don't have to worry about it, but I've got to recock it. Now, I don't have to pull the slide all the way back and eject the round and put a new round in. You can just pull it back a little bit, right there. Well, that wasn't enough. So you don't have to eject it, just pull it back, you'll get to the point. Some of them, I know the M&P 40 is like half the distance of that. I think the SIGs are about half the distance of that, so that's kind of long to recock it. So point it at your wall, concentrate on the front sight, don't let it move, manipulate the trigger. Now, safety. Have no ammunition, no magazines around. Whatever target you're using to practice on, know what's behind it. Because let's say you mess up and a live round goes through it. Okay, you put a hole in the side of the house, but you don't go through an interior wall and kill one of your family. So always, always, always safety's priority. Know what's behind what you're shooting. That's one of the basic rules of firearms. You know, you don't just shoot. You've got to look beyond to where you're shooting. Is it safe? If not, you don't always take the shot. And that's true wherever you're at. Now, you can progress with the dry fire type practice. Just get used to the trigger, practice grip, practice pointing, bring it up, do all the things that you would really do. And you're going to be surprised how much better when you go to the range that you shoot. Now, and you can take it a step further. You can put your holster in and start holster pulling. You know, drawing it from the holster, pulling it up, pushing it out, getting on target. Another thing that I do is I actually use television. You know, pointing at a target is kind of like an indoor range. It gets old pretty quick. But put you a good World War II movie in and focus in on some Nazis. Many a Nazis has given themselves up for my dry fire practice. So that gives you something to be a little bit quicker on, you know, kind of take it to the next level because they're moving, whatever, try headshots, whatever you want to do, but it gives you just a little bit more to go with. You know, and the muscle memory is real important. The more that you do this, your muscles, it's just automatic. You don't even have to look and you'll be right on target because your muscles just remember. So the more you do it, the better off you are. Try to do it with both eyes open. You know, if you're used to shoot, you know, I grew up shooting with one eye. It's a hard transition. If you're a newer shooter, it's going to be easy for you. Keep both eyes open. You focus on the front sight and you just see the rear in the back, and you'll get to where it's just second nature. You really won't even notice this, but it'll be all lined up. And it just comes from practice. The other thing you want to do is you want to do the reset. Practice that. But see, that's going to be like stage 2. So what we mean by that is keep the finger pulled in against the trigger all the way back. Then go ahead and do your cocking, pull it back, and practice letting it go forward slightly. Let's see, we'll do it this way. Till you hear it reset. There it goes, right there. Then you're ready to engage again. Keep her still, boom. Keep your finger on the trigger, let it out, boom. Because when you're shooting, you don't want to go any further than you have to for the reset. That's how you shoot faster. Less movement through here, the less you're going to pull it off. So there's just lots and lots and lots of things that you can practice at home. Take advantage of it. It costs you nothing, and it's going to, I promise you, when you go to the range, you're going to shoot much better. Another thing that you can do with the snap caps, you get you a magazine, you preload it, and you put one of these in there. Don't even know where it is. Just put some live ammunition out and one of the snap caps that you made. Put it in there. Helps you handle misfires. You're at the range, boom, 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 click. Helps you rack it. You know, you're boom, boom, boom. Then you get a dead one. Then you're going. You have to, if you're going to carry an automatic pistol, you have to be proficient with it. You have to learn how to clear malfunctions, and that's dropping the mag, rack, stack, whatever you got to do, get it going. Knock the stovepipe out with your hand, whatever you have to do, it's got to be second nature. If it's not second nature, then you don't need to be carrying an automatic, and you need to go to a double action revolver. Because when you get in a stress situation, you don't have time to worry about all this stuff because you've got other problems you got to deal with. You know, I just can't help but, you know, these people watch TV, oh, that gun's cool, they go buy one, they stick it in the drawer, and then when they go to need to use it, they really don't know how. They get nervous and forget everything. You have to be proficient to use a semi-automatic pistol for self-defense. You just have to. Anything else is stupid. Just go back. I carried revolvers for years, even though I had automatics, because I wasn't proficient with it. I didn't go out and shoot them every month, all the time, where it's second nature. I don't even have to think about it. And practice the malfunctions. Like I said, put the snap cap somewhere just randomly in the magazines, go out to the range, start shooting. You'll forget they're even in there, and then, what? Ooh, okay. And you'll get in practice of that. When you know it's there, it's not as effective, but it's still practice, practice, practice. When it happens in real life situation, you go back to your training and your practice. It's automatic. It's just the way it works. All these same kind of things can be applied to rifles. And try it. Like I said, any modern firearm, you can dry fire safely. So everyone says. Older weapons, no, but if you're not so sure, go out and buy them, make them, use them. Now you can fill a magazine full of these and just one after another, however you want to manipulate it. It really kind of depends on the gun's action of what you have to do. Rim fire. Never, ever, ever dry fire or rim fire. Even if it says it's okay, it's just a bad habit to be in. Therefore, never do it. Always snap cap those. Always, always, always. Rim fire, can't do it. I mean, just don't do it. It's just a bad habit. It's kind of like, oh, well, I have to lube carbide, or I don't have to lube carbide dyes, but the regular dyes I do. Well, just lube all the cases and you never have to worry about it. That's the philosophy I've always taken. All right, well, that's going to do it for this. Start trying. Any other things I've left out or forgotten, please comment, put in there things that work for you. You try it, you go to the range, come back, make a comment, tell us, hey, yeah, that worked good. But I did this and it worked really good. Hey, we're constantly learning. All right, we all know the safety. Every time you pick up a gun, check the action. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to fire. Always know where your muzzle's pointed. Please like and subscribe. Join the community. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.